Hey, hi, welcome back to our Cisco SD-WAN course. In this video, we will prepare the basic configurations needed for our vManage, and also there is some initial settings needed to be done via the GUI, which we will do. Let's keep going. Just a moment. The playlist for this complete Cisco SD-WAN course is available in the description box below and also here in the cards. To encourage me, please do like, share and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell icon so my effort will reach you on time. To start off, we will prepare the basic configuration file for the vManage, and then we will paste the basic configurations which we have prepared into the vManage CLI, and then we will validate the controller's reachability via VPN 0 and also the gateway, and then followed by that we will get into the GUI of the vManage, and there we have to do some settings which I will walk you through and we will do it together. Okay, I do have already prepared a template of the basic configuration so that I can save some time, and also I will walk you through this configuration step by step so that you can understand what are the pieces which fits in, and then you also will understand why they are there. Okay, here is the configuration template which I have. So we are going to walk through this configuration template and we will configure the pending pieces. If you see, we have the system configuration. This will have system IP, site ID and org name, those kind of details. Followed by we have VPN 0 configurations. Also we will configure DNS, and followed by that we will also add a default route. So let's start here. The host name I'm going to use is simple vManage. And location, maybe we'll have it as Mumbai, right? And lat long, just to keep it accurate, let me pick up the lat long for Mumbai location. Just give me 1 minute. Here you go. I have updated the latitude longitude. You can make this more accurate in your production. System IP, I'm going to start with 1111 for the controllers, and site ID, let's keep it 1 for the cloud data center. SP org name, if you remember, I have the organization name planned as, and it's better we'll do a quotation. Okay, say for example, this organization name can be like this as well. Vignesh space lab 2022, right? In that case, this quotation will help. Space does include in the organization name. To denote that, we have to give a quotation. But if you have a continuous name, right, for the organization, there is no need for a quotation. But just for the safer side, I am going to give that. And clock time zone, I'm going to keep Asia Kolkata. And vBond, if you see here, the vBond, either you can give the vBond IP directly. I think I have to look into the diagram. I don't remember the IP which I have planned. So, or we can give a host name like this. Okay, lab.vbond.com, and then follow that up with a host entry where you can actually write the actual IP. Let me find that IP in a minute. Where this will come handy, right? This may not be handy in my current design, but if you think a production network where you might need 2 vBond, right, for redundancy, that is when this becomes handy. You can add, say for example, 102 or 103, and then follow that up with another IP, right, 2 vBonds. So this is how you can do. So just to keep it in a proper way, I have done this way, right, and also to showcase to you guys. Okay, let me find this IP. Just give me a minute. Okay, the IP is 102 for our vBond as per the diagram. So if you look at the diagram which I have provided to you, the vBond tunnel interface IP is planned to be 192.168.0.102. That is the IP I'm going to give here. And then DNS, I'm going to use the public DNS in my lab. Remember, if this is production, this will be your internal DNS, right? And the interface is going to be ETH1. Let me validate this once. Okay, so interface tab. Oh, okay. If you see here, Ethernet 2 have been used as the management interface already by me. So I'm going to use Ethernet 0 as the tunnel interface in vManage. Let me copy this. Okay, I'm going to paste it here. And IP address for the vManage is planned to be 192.168.0.101. If you need reference for this IP, you can look at the diagram document which I have provided to you. And then followed by that, under the tunnel interface, these are all the default settings which will be there. Okay, so DHCP, DNS, will be, I think, ICMP as well. Okay, let's check this together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this as default, right? I'm just going to enable tunnel interface, and then the gateway in my design will be 234. You can validate the diagram. There will be a cloud gateway router and his IP will be 192.168.0.234, which is the gateway of my controllers. Okay, I think we are ready with the configuration now. Let's go ahead and paste this. Let me configure the system configurations first. Okay, here I am in the vManage. Let me get into the config T. Let me paste the configurations which I have copied. Okay, good. Let me go back to the notepad. Okay, let me copy this section. Get back to the vManage. Paste it. Okay, let's do a commit and quit. Okay, I want to show you this VPN 0 interface ETH0. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. If you see here under VPN 0, Ethernet 0 interface is configured as a tunnel interface. And if you note in the configuration, I haven't done anything under the tunnel interface, but by default, it does allow DHCP, TNS, and ICMP. Apart from that, it also allows HTTPS, and it doesn't allow anything else. So this is for the vManage. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow SSH. Just for the safer side, if we want to do SSH to this IP, we'll do that as well. So let me get back in here. Yes, and commit and quit. Okay, I think we are good with the vManage CLI configurations. Okay, let's do one thing quickly. Let's validate the reachability to the cloud gateway router in our design. It's not reachable. Let me check. Okay, you know what? There is a problem here. This is my mistake. It's not 234, it is 254 as per the plan. So let me get into VPN 0 and then change this to 254. Commit and quit. Let me do a ping again to 254, which is the cloud gateway router. Yep, here you go. We are able to reach to the cloud gateway router. So this is the basic settings which we have to do via the vManage CLI. Let's get into the vManage GUI and then we have to do some settings there as well. Okay, here we are in the vManage dashboard. Let's get into the administration page, administration settings. Okay, here in the administration settings page, we have to start with the organization name. So let's click on edit, and organization name in our case will be this one. And I will confirm the organization name as well. Let's click on save. vBond edit, and the vBond in our case is going to be lab.vbond.com. Let's save. And the next settings are hardware vManage certification. I'm going to leave it to be on box. We'll discuss in detail about these things when we are in that specific sections. And controller certificate authorization, right? So that is the important thing. So if you remember, I have told you that in our case, we are going to use an enterprise root certificate, right? So let me click enterprise root certificate. If you see here, there is a warning, confirm certificate auth change. This setting changes the certificate authority. Yes, we are okay with that. Let's proceed. Okay, the next step is, if you see here, we have to upload our root certificate into this. So let me navigate to the root certificate, which we have created in our previous videos, if you remember. Okay, let me click select a file. I have it in my downloads. Okay, let me search for all files. Yeah, here it is. Network RCA, root CA, right? Let me double click. If you see here, it was able to import that successfully. And then I'm going to set CSR properties. If you remember, we have talked about these details. And in my case, domain name is going to be proxy.viptela.com. And if you see organization unit, it have picked up from the organization name which we have provided already. So organizational unit is nothing but the org name of your complete overlay. And other things I'm not going to touch for now. City is going to be this, state CA. Email is going to be network2020@gmail.com. And the country code is going to be US in my case. These are the exact same values which I have given when we are creating the root certificate. And validity, I'm going to keep it to be 3 years, let it be. And let's click on import and save. Okay, it's asking for the organization name. Let me quickly validate what is the organization name which we have provided in our earlier scenario, right? When we are bringing up the root certificate, let me quickly check. Okay, here you go. This is the value. I have searched through my root certificate, right, and found this out. If you go through my earlier video where I have created the root CA, you might find this. Okay, so just a quick recap. Domain name is going to be proxy.viptela.com. Org name is my actual org name of the overlay. Organization name, I'm going to use Viptela LLC. City, San Jose, state CA. Email is my email, and the country code is going to be US. If you remember, I have picked these values from the Cisco examples. And let me save now. And if you see here, the controller certificate authorization mechanism is enterprise based model, right? And followed by that, vManage cloud certificate authorization, I'm going to leave it to be the default. And web certificate, we don't have to do anything there now. Enterprise feature certificate, no. ZTP, no. Banner, right? Let's do this quickly. I'm going to enable a banner. This is for the GUI, okay? So I'm going to write unauthorized access to this device is restricted. Just keep it simple. Let's save. And then HTTP proxy, reverse proxy, statistics setting, cloud on-ramp, cloud services, SDAVC. Okay, tenancy mode. We are going to run a single tenant. In case if you are going to change this to a vManage multi-tenant mode, right? You might have to click this and then change it to a multi-tenant mode. And statistics configuration, I'm going to leave it to the default. We can cover these things in a later section. And statistics DB, if you see here, it was able to pick the statistics DB. I'm going to leave that to be the default as well. Let's go down quickly. So this is a place which you might want to give priority if your certificate authority is Cisco PKI, right? This is a mandatory thing. And also to sync the serial file from PNP portal, this is mandatory as well. Or if we are not going to give this, we have to do things manually. So in our case, we are going to do things manually, which is enterprise root CA, and as well as the serial file we are going to upload manually. I don't think any other settings are required in this page for now. Okay, let's just do one thing quickly. Since we have uploaded the root certificate via the vManage GUI, let's validate via CLI whether the certificate, right, the root certificate is available. So show certificate root CA cert. Let me search for, you see here, I'm just searching for the specific lines, right? But it will be a bigger output where you will see all the data if I go through. But if you see here, we do have the specific root certificate which we have installed via the GUI of the vManage, right? I can show you this quickly. So if you see, this is how it's going to look actually. So what I have done is I just have carved out the output and showed you only the specific lines to prove you that the root certificate is installed successfully into the vManage. Okay, a quick recap. We have prepared a basic configuration file for the vManage. We have logged into the vManage via SSH and then pasted the basic configuration file, validated successful ping to the cloud gateway router, which is the gateway of all the controllers, right? Followed by that, we have completed the required settings in the administration settings page of the vManage. Okay, I think we are done for this video. We'll catch you up in the next video. Thanks for watching the video. Hope it was informative. Do comment below for any queries or suggestions. The playlist for this complete Cisco SD-WAN course is available in the description box below and also here in the cards. If you want to encourage me, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you think some of your friends or colleagues will find my content or channel useful, do share, and also do not forget to hit the notification bell icon.